Dark Shadows, number 35, VTR 21067, air 21767, take one.
My name is Victoria Winters. This night at Collinwood may prove to be the most terrifying, for this is the night that the living will try to contact the dead. Preparations are underway for that moment, the moment that one world will reach out to the other. The seance.
Well, you certainly picked a perfect night for it.
Dr. Guthrie should be here any minute.
I don't know how I allowed myself to become involved in this.
Carolyn, I've been asking myself the same question. Do you think that we should call it all off?
Why?
Well, I have a strange feeling about it. I just think it's something that we shouldn't be doing. Don't you think that we should take a minute to make sure that we want to go through with it?
Vicky, please don't start talking like that. If we hesitate now, we may never know what's wrong with my mother.
I know that we must have a seance, but
But what?
all the time, I keep getting this awful feeling that something's going to happen to me.
I wish you wouldn't talk that way, Vicky. This seance may come to mean nothing at all.
Normally, I'd be skeptical, but I've seen Josette with my own eyes, and I'm sure that she'll respond to the call.
I've lived here all my life, and I've never seen her. I never even really believed the stories I heard about her, except when I was a little girl.
That's why it's so strange that I should see her when I'm not even a member of the family.
Yes, that is strange.
So many unexplained things have happened since I've come here to Collinwood.
Oh, Vicky, they're probably just coincidence.
Josette is no coincidence. And anyway, it's more than that. It's some kind of a sensitivity I seem to have.
Miss Carolyn, here's the candelabra that you wanted. Where would you like me to put it?
Right there, please.
You know, Miss Carolyn, I don't like this foolishness. There's enough nonsense going on around here. If your mother knew about this...
Mrs. Johnson, the reason we're trying to do this is to help my mother.
Well, I only hope it works. You have enough chairs?
4 is all we need. I think we have everything.
Well, what I want to know is what I'm supposed to do while all this business is going on.
Well, I'd like you to be with David. He's asleep, but I would appreciate it if you'd stay with him.
Yes, it wouldn't be good for him to walk in the middle of the seance.
Oh, and also, please don't mention a word to him about what's going on down here. We haven't said anything about it to him.
I'll try not to even think about it.
And one more thing. No matter what happens, or what you might hear, don't leave David.
Well, I won't budge from the room. Now, is there anything else you want?
If you could bring the coffee, please.
Oh, yes, right away.
Can you imagine if David got wind of what was going on? He'd want to join in the seance. He's already so susceptible to Josette. Should probably try to make contact through him. I wouldn't want him to go through that kind of an experience.
What kind of an experience? The seance?
Hello, Uncle Roger.
Well, you're not thinking of calling it off, are you?
No. We're definitely going ahead with it. We're just about ready. And Dr. Guthrie should be here any minute.
Oh, he'll be here. But Josette may be the sugar baby. I wonder if she'll make it over in all this storm.
Roger, I wish you wouldn't talk like that.
Oh, Vicky, really? You're taking this thing much too seriously. You act as if she's here already.
There's a possibility that she may make contact tonight.
Possibility. I doubt that very much. What is the excuse David is always making if anyone other than himself tries to see Josette?
That she only appears to one person at a time.
Yes, that's it.
Well, it's true because I've seen her myself and I was alone then.
Oh, so you have. Well, how many are there going to be tonight?
4.
4. Well, then I have a feeling that Josette's silence might get the best of her. Oh, what an incredible bore this promises to be.
Well, then why are you here?
Because I'm going to give Guthrie the full benefit of the doubt. And then when his face is red with failure, I'm going to toss him out into the storm.
Dr. Guthrie, come in.
Thanks, Mrs. Johnson. Another minute and I would have gone under for the 3rd time. Where does this weather come from?
Here, let me help you with your coat.
Oh, where are all the others?
Oh, they must be upstairs. They'll be down in a few minutes.
Sorry if I'm tracking the place up.
Well, the floor needs to be scrubbed anyway.
I'll just go in here and wait for them.
Make yourself at home.
Oh, I see you're all set up.
I think so. Need anything else?
Well, this table looks fine. The 4 chairs. No, I think everything's here.
Well, I made some fresh coffee. Would you like some?
Oh, yes, thanks, please. Just black. I'll give this a quick test.
What is that?
It's a tape recorder. I want to record everything at the seance tonight.
You sure seem confident.
I am.
You, do this kind of thing very much?
Oh, I don't know. Are you asking if I go around doing this?
You seem to know what you're doing, so I guess you do.
Would you like to say something, Mrs. Johnson?
I'd like to say something, all right, but I won't.
That's good. I'll just replay it. Would you like to say something, Mrs. Johnson?
I'd like to say something, all right, but I won't.
You sound good, Mrs. Johnson.
That doesn't sound a bit like me.
Well, the machine's working, and I'll just put it over here. There. I think we're all set. Mrs. Johnson, strictly off the record, what would you like to say about all this?
Well, I'll tell you, Doctor. I think it's a terrible thing. I think the dead are dead, and they should be allowed to rest. What you're doing is something that's not natural.
Well, don't you think it's possible that we might learn something from them?
Only thing we'd learn about would be death, and who needs that?
It's possible that we might learn something also about life.
I doubt that.
Hello, Dr. Guthrie.
Hello, Miss Winters.
Do you have everything you need?
Yes, we're all set, ready to go.
Well, the others will be down in a minute. And David's asleep.
Oh, good.
Don't let Mrs. Johnson bother you.
Oh, I've been dealing with skeptics ever since I began this work. We're participating in an experiment that could produce fantastic results. We're going to try to bridge the gap between 2 worlds, to a world that's considered unreachable. We hope that we'll be contacted by someone from that world, Josette Collins, and that tonight she'll come into this room, and through one of us, will say something too startling to believe. We must keep in mind that this experience may be a very gratifying one. We may be able to understand the reason for Mrs. Stoddard's trance.
Hello, Dr. Guthrie.
Hello, Miss Stoddard.
My uncle will be along in a moment. I must warn you, though, that his attitude is not the best.
Mr. Collins' attitude doesn't bother me in the least.
Good luck to you. Good luck to all of us on this occasion.
Well, I hear someone toasting, but I don't see anyone drinking. Good evening, Doctor.
Mr. Collins. Well, if we're all ready, I think we can begin.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
I'm ready.
Well, let's get it over with.
Then if you'll all sit at the table, I will turn out the lights.
How very restful.
Make yourselves as comfortable as possible. Our object here tonight is to summon the ghost of Josette Collins. Now, we're all reasonably certain that she's been trying to communicate with us. And we feel that if we can create the proper atmosphere and the right state of mind, that she will come into this room and speak to us. She may either appear to one of us or use one of us as a medium to speak through.
Well, I certainly hope she uses you, Doctor. It'll be something to remember to hear her voice coming out of your mouth.
Mr. Collins, if you want to make a joke of this, I'd be very grateful if you'd leave the room now.
I'm sorry. Please proceed.
Thank you. Now, let's place our hands flat on the table. Spread your fingers and make a circle of fingers by touching the fingers of those next to you. We must keep this circle unbroken at all times. That's good. Now, the electricity of thought has been set in motion so that it will flow through us, making our minds as one. Let us begin to concentrate. We must repeat over and over in our minds, Josette Collins. Josette Collins. Josette Collins. Josette. Josette. I'm calling you, Josette. Josette. Come to us, Josette.
Vicky.
Leave her alone. Contact is being made. Concentrate on Josette. Come to us, Josette. There's a presence here. There's a definite influence. It seems to be getting closer. Closer. Mrs. Collins.
What is it? What is it?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
The circle is broken. Come in, please.
Who said you weren't coming, Laura?
Well, I wasn't, but as you can see, I changed my mind.
Well, I need a drink.
What happened, Miss Winters?
I don't know. I remember calling for Josette, and then I had a strange feeling that I was in a long corridor, and all of your voices were echoes. That's all.
Excellent. Excellent. It's happening faster than I thought it would.
What does that mean, Doctor?
It means that Josette is eager to respond to us. She wants to communicate with us. There must be some sort of urgency involved. We must begin again.
I'm not sure Vicky's up to it.
Are you, Miss Winters?
I don't know.
Obviously, she isn't.
Well, you must, Miss Winters. She was so close. She was almost here. You must.
All right.
Good girl. Mrs. Collins, I'm very glad you're here. Will you join us?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Then you are going to do it again?
Of course we are. You'll be with us, won't you? Or are you still skeptical?
No, I'm not.
Well, then if you'll bring a chair and turn out the light, please. Now, let us begin again. Place your hands on the table as before and make the circle again. Mrs. Collins, if you'll let the tips of your fingers touch those of the person next to you. There, that's it. Now, let us begin to concentrate together. One thought and one thought only in our minds. To bring someone from the dead over to us. We will concentrate on that one dead person. We will fill our minds with Josette Collins. I shall begin to call out to the world of the dead. Josette. Josette. Josette Collins. We're calling you, Josette. Come back to us, Josette. Come back to us. Calling you, Josette. We're calling you.
Vicky?
She's going into a trance. Speak to us. Speak to us, Josette.
I smell perfume in the room. It's jasmine. Josette's perfume.
She's here. She's with us. Speak to us.
Il y a danger ici.
She's speaking French.
Vicky doesn't know French.
It must be Josette.
Il y a des pierres tumulaires, des tombeaux vides. Il y a une morte qui n'est pas morte. Elle marche dans le monde.
What does it mean?
Il y a une qui dorme, sans sommeil, sans réveil. Il y a un petit garçon, un enfant qui est en danger sérieux. Il y avait des feux pendant les siècles. Il y aura un autre feu prochainement. Les flammes toucheront le ciel. Les flammes consomment tous. Il y a une présence endiable. Il y a quelqu'un qui va détruire. Cette personne s'appelle... Cette personne s'appelle... Cette personne...
See the Scorpio Letters, a chilling story of blackmail and international intrigue on the Sunday night movie on ABC.